Hey.
Place in the Trump administration, the best thing they can do is to help get rid of it, so that they can then harken back to their original critics and say, see, we told you the guy was never going to amount to anything. You should have listened to us all along. In private, they accept that Trump's actual appointments, executive orders, and announced policies are mostly orthodox conservative. That was not supposed to happen. In fact, that was supposed to have been impossible. These never-Trumpers were out there saying, Trump is not a conservative. You people on the conservative side are falling for this Trump stuff. You're betraying conservatism. You're committing a great sin against what you've always believed in. And yet, you look at Trump's appointments such as Judge Gorsuch and others, and they're as good, if not better, than what any great Republican conservative would have or who would nominate it. And these people are beside themselves. So now, ending Trump one way or another is apparently the tortured pathway his critics are taking to exit their self-created labyrinth of irrelevance. Chic Trump hatred and sick talk of coups hinge on economic growth. If Trump's agenda hits 3% GDP growth or above by 2018, then his critics' leadership strategies are faced prolonged irrelevance. So they must do what they can to keep that from happening. This is straight up right on the money. It's David Hampton at National Review. We will be back.
Hear it now. Read about it in the paper. Tomorrow, Rush on the EIB network. On the Voice of New York, 17 WOR.
Is a ban on cash coming to the U.S.? Here's Dave Engstrom from Lear Capital.
Larry, a world war on cash has begun. First it was India, then Australia, Sweden, now it's gone global.
Explain this war on cash.
They're getting rid of cash and moving strictly to digital money.
Is it happening here?
I just found shocking proof that since October, hundreds of billions of paper dollars have been trashed. They're gone.
Is this a bad thing?
I've identified 6 threats to your savings and retirement accounts. If cash is gone, listeners can learn more in my latest War on Cash report.
Folks, to get your copy of Dave Engstrom's War on Cash report, call 1-800-885-2646. See why experts say the war on cash could drive gold and silver prices to record highs. If you have cash in the bank or in your mattress, this free report is a must-read. Call 1-800-885-2646. There's no obligation, so call 1-800-885-2646. That's 800-885-2646.
Addiction can kill, but it doesn't have to. Better Addiction Care offers the best resources for you to get help. Call 800-966-HELP, 800-966-HELP to begin your road to recovery today. Asking for help is one of the hardest things to do, so don't ask. Just call 800-966-HELP. When you make this free and confidential call to Better Addiction Care, people who care are ready to match you with the right facility for you. You may not even know that FMLA will give you up to 3 months off work to start your recovery. Call Better Addiction Care now. 800-966-HELP. That's 800-966-HELP. If you have insurance through your job or your parents, it could mean little to no cost to you. Addicts have 3 options: prison, death, or recovery. Make the right choice today and call 800-966-HELP. That's 800-966-HELP.
Nobody's better at lifetime than protecting your identity from attack and helping to restore your identity. Membership starts at $9.99 a month. Good talk. Go to lifelock.com and use my promo code NAMERUSH. First, not her second, not her third, not her fourth. It's her 5th language. She is a lovely woman, a gracious, kind woman. They've attacked her. They've attacked a 10-year-old kid. None of these people in the media, I think, besides myself, have ever met Barron. I've met him. He's a normal, fun, smart, polite, 10-year-old kid. Really? He's tired at 3 in the morning and he's fidgety? Oh, okay. Get me to stand on a stage at 3 in the morning and I'll fidget too.
It's so offensive. Eric Trump, he can't run his charity for St. Jude's because of all the criticism. Well, you might be taking money from people that want influence. All right, so now the kids at St. Jude won't get the millions that he's raised for them. And then Don Jr.'s kid, you know, has to deal with the pressure that one parent doesn't know if he wants to send their child to the same school because Don Jr.'s kid goes there. Or Ivanka has a staffer that tweeted out a picture of her bracelet when she was on 60 Minutes. And then Nordstrom attacks Ivanka because they don't like her father's political philosophy. Really, we're picking on girls now, too? We're picking on women and girls and kids. That's how low the left has gotten. And then we go after Bannon, we'll go after Reince, we'll go after Steve Miller, we'll go after Sean Spicer. Oh, and we'll, of course, we'll brutalize poor Kellyanne. And we'll tear her to shreds because we don't like her, because she supports Donald Trump. The first woman ever as a campaign manager, as a woman, to win a race. History and right before your eyes. Let's just slam her down. Then she goes on television shows and gets called a liar repeatedly and insulted. And they're so rude and obnoxious, these so-called news organizations, but they're doing their job. Really? Are you really doing your job? Or are you really lazy in advancing your agenda? I got to tell you, it's, I don't think now their latest claim is that, oh, Donald Trump's comments about the media may incite violence. I'm like, oh, it's okay to call him a racist. By the way, it's okay on CNN to say this is a white lash. Well, what does white lash mean? The insinuation that if you voted for Trump, you're a racist. Everybody who voted for Trump over at CNN is called a racist. That stands for commentary. Racism, sexism, misogyny, Islamophobia, homophobia. It just never stops. The campaign never ends. Chris Cuomo, oh, someone's going to get hurt by Trump's attacks on the media. You know what? Well, what about the attacks calling him a dictator? What about the attacks you've made against his children, 10-year-old son? What about the attacks and the commentary about his wife, for crying out loud? I don't see you guys on CNN giving a rip about them. And with all due respect, Chris, you grew up as a governor's son. You grew up pretty protected in your life. Put your one pant leg on first, put your man pants on, man up, and you need to understand that this is the world of politics that you guys created. There's such hatred and bias. Now, for those in the media, I want you to listen, because there's a great piece that was put together by T. Beckett Adams over at the Washington Examiner. And the headline is, Mainstream Media Errors in the Trump Era. Your catalog of the media's bias-fueled failure test. Now, it's going to be a little monotonous, but I want to give you every example written here so you know how bad this is. And I'll get to that right after the bottom of the half hour. And then we have some other news we got to get to today as well. 800-941-SEAN, toll-free telephone number. Always love having you. I'm so glad I gave my home a facelift. It's amazing. Like I tell you, a pillow changed my life. It's amazing. You get blinds in a room in your house. What a difference it makes. It transforms your room. And Blinds.com, I got to tell you something. You don't break the bank. You cannot get blinds at a better price than Blinds.com.